What's going on? What's going on, everybody? I want to make sure that my audio is coming through clear. I was messing around testing this earlier to see you should be able to hear my voice. So if you can hear me speaking, go ahead and type it in the chat box that you actually can hear my voice. And what I need to do is I need to pull this up on my other computer. Make sure I can see myself or hear myself. That's live. This is a new format. New format that we are trying out today. TC says put a headset on, but others are saying I can hear you loud and clear. So TC Dixon, what's up? Hey, you said my voice is perfect now, huh? We all good. I want to see what you guys see since I am screen sharing. So give me a second and then we'll be good to go. Hope everybody is doing good on this Sunday evening. Go ahead and type in the chat box where you are from. Let us know. Facebook messed up. So we are now using YouTube. Is going to be our new go-to channel, YouTube Live through Zoom. All right, cool. This is good. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see who do we have on that's brave enough to type their name in the chat box. We got Rohan, TC Dixon, You Deserve Better, Denisha Watlington. I like that, Denisha. Got to change your name, though. You Will Have More or something like that. Mafoose, Shauna Ross, Ron Ross. Let's see, who else? Tony Pinkston, Keenan Smith, Rohan Johnson, All right, so we're going to cover a couple of things going on. And why is this going up for me? Yes, I know. I know my meeting controls. Should be good. This is still new, so this is a testing it out. Thank you guys for being the guinea pigs for this. I don't know why that's messing up on me. Either ways, we're good to go. We'll cover some articles here. We're going to start off with top global Bitcoin destinations for travel enthusiasts. So let me put this in and make sure you guys can get this link. All right, top global destinations. Are you a Bitcoin enthusiast who also likes to travel? There are a few locations around the world where you can enjoy the freedom of cryptocurrency payments while taking in beautiful sights. So now we got the travel industry that is also getting into the blockchain, but also travel destinations that you can go to that's going to be Bitcoin friendly. So these days with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, it is becoming easier to travel to certain destinations without having to worry about overseas travel cash limits. That's the key. The other day I was talking about this. If you travel, you're not allowed to travel with more than $10,000 cash on you. Yet, and this is a tricky because I actually asked this question on my way back from London. I said, so I can't have $10,000 cash on me, right? The guy said, no. I said, well, what about people with crypto? If they've got, and he said, well, if they've got like a Ledger wallet and it's got more than 10,000 Bitcoin on it, then it can be seized. I said, well, that doesn't make any sense because if somebody's walking around with a debit card and their debit card is attached to their bank account, then that debit card has access to more than $10,000 on it if you have more than $10,000 in your bank. And he kind of looked at me like, well, yeah, but it's in a bank. And with Bitcoin, you're actually walking around with physical money. I said, really? Is it physical? Because it's digital. But this guy was pretty smart because he said, well, yeah, it is physical because you have it in your wallet. Nobody else has access to it unless they have your wallet and you have it on you. Yeah, you might have got me there. But you got a little tricky thing. So what are they talking about here? These days with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, it is becoming easier to travel to certain destinations without having to worry about overseas travel cash limits. For this author, it is as easy as converting fiat to BTC, going abroad and not having to bother with the central bank authorized spending limits. The above is only one of the advantages afforded by virtual currencies. However, one can't easily spend these virtual currencies in every country. Yeah, that's true. Below are some of the best places to conveniently use cryptocurrencies while on vacation. Hey, I'm kind of liking this setup, guys. I can talk. You ain't got to see me, and I can show the screen at the same time. I'm kind of like that. All right. Switzerland. The Swiss aren't ones to shy away from innovation, commerce, and technology. The country is home to many cryptocurrency and blockchain-based businesses. There are even concerted efforts by state officials to establish the country's status as a crypto-friendly nation. Travelers can even pay for train tickets using Bitcoin. So imagine taking one of those train rides through the Alps and seeing the truly wondrous sights along the way. Antigua and Barbuda. I've never been there before. Antigua and Barbuda. I've never been to Switzerland either. The Caribbean island nation of Antigua and Barbuda is another cryptocurrency-friendly destination. Earlier in the year, Bitcoin has reported that controversial billionaire Calvin Ayre was developing a $100 million Bitcoin Cash resort in the country. Really? Also, the country's government passed a law that enables citizenship payments in Bitcoin. Since last year, state officials have been working hard to firm up the nation's Bitcoin regulations. Next, Amsterdam. The Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam installed the first ever Bitcoin ATM in a European airport. Hint, hint. Get ready for this, guys. Bitcoin ATMs. Of the 23 cryptocurrency ATMs in the Netherlands, more than half are in the city of Amsterdam. Not only that, but the popular metropolitan vacation destination is also home to one of the broadest cryptocurrency commerce enclaves in the world. Since 2014, the city has strived to improve Bitcoin commerce by creating a Bitcoin City initiative. Many city-based merchants adopted BTC payments as a result of the initiative, making it a prime destination for those who would prefer to use cryptocurrency payments while on vacation. Malta. I have not been to Malta. And Malta is going to end up being like, when people want to hide their money, they say hide it in a Swiss bank account or something, or the Cayman Islands. Malta is going to be that place for Bitcoin. Presently, no list of cryptocurrency-friendly countries is complete without mentioning Malta. The Mediterranean island nation has pulled out all the stops in its quest to become a global virtual currency and blockchain technology hub. Already, giants like Binance and OKX have moved to Malta. The government has also enacted positive cryptocurrency regulations. And you know what? Just because I'm going to take a trip to Malta, just because if it's going to end up being like the crypto capital island of the world, then I got to visit it. I got to take a mini vacation there, take pictures and video and everything. Who wants to come with me? Who wants to go to Malta? So in the next 2 years, I'll put that down. I'm going to be in Malta. All right. It's pretty cool. Let's go on to the next article here. Corporate America, not banks, could cause the next recession. Was that this morning I talked about? Yeah, that was this morning I talked about the coming next Great Depression. So this article might cover the same thing. It's just by a different news agency. This is CNN. And I'll put this link in the chat box for you guys. Oh, I forgot to hit intro on that. All right. This is stuff you want to pay attention to, even if you have nothing to do with crypto, because this news has nothing to do with crypto. But we're all going to be impacted by it. The next debt crisis. There's a 6.3 trillion elephant in the room, and it just might cause the next recession. Really? You think so? The last downturn was triggered by Wall Street and Americans accumulating too much debt, particularly in the sizzling housing market. A decade later, it's corporate America borrowing with gusto. Egged on by extremely low rates, U.S. companies have piled on a record-setting $6.3 trillion of debt, according to S&P Global Ratings. All that debt is easy to ignore right now. How do you ignore $6.3 trillion? Default rates are minuscule. Companies are sitting on tons of cash. They also just got a huge tax cut. And their coffers, and their coffers are growing thanks to the soaring U.S. economy and corporate tax cuts. But eventually, both the economy and corporate profits will slow, leaving companies less firepower to pay down debt. And it won't be as easy to roll over the debt that's due. debt-laden companies would be vulnerable to rising borrowing costs caused by the Federal Reserve's interest rate hikes. This is like the perfect storm coming. The interest rates, they've raised them because they said the economy is doing good and we can afford it. But when it starts to slow down and those rates are still high, the companies are not going to be able to afford it. They're going to start defaulting on their loans and debts, and the entire house is going to come crashing down. If companies are stuck in a credit crunch, they will have to pull back on hiring and investment. That could be a recipe for a recession. Corporates, not consumers or banks, will cause the next recession. Michael Hartnett, Bank of America Merrill Lynch's chief investment strategist, wrote to clients on Thursday. This is brand new news, guys. On Thursday, corporate America's debt binge has helped finance the recovery. Companies have borrowed to open factories, buy equipment, and develop products. A chunk of that debt has also gone to reward Wall Street with massive stock buybacks. After a decade of low rates, companies have taken on more debt relative to the size of the economy than ever before. Total U.S. business debt as a percentage of GDP is at a record high. According to David Adder of Informa Financial Intelligence, the riskiest category of borrowers has never been more leveraged. Companies with junk credit ratings are holding a record low $8 of debt for every dollar of cash. Are you kidding me? And they want us to be more economically smart with our money, fiscal, responsible. And then there are the so-called zombie companies, which can't even afford interest payments despite the strong economy and low rates. Ben Breitholtz, data scientist at Bianco Research, found that 14% of the companies in the S&P 1500 don't have enough earnings before interest and taxes to cover interest expenses. That's above the world average of 10%. Those zombie companies are probably cringing as central bankers slowly end the easy money days. The Fed is expected to lift rates on Wednesday, the 8th hike since late 2015. 4 more moves before the end of 2019 may be in the cards. At the same time, the Fed is trimming its $4.5 trillion balance sheet, an experiment that could contribute to higher borrowing costs as foreign central banks follow suit and unload bonds. See, that's foreign. Here's an example. Russia dumped 85% of their debt, foreign debt for the United States, and they're putting everything into crypto. Turkey is doing the same thing. What should keep you up at night is the moment you see China begin to do the same thing, and they will. You want to know why? For them, it's more economically feasible and smart and profitable to take that money and invest in Africa than in America. Oh, you haven't heard? Yeah, China's taking over Africa right now, and they're slick about it. Giving these corrupt politicians over there a whole bunch of money up front, knowing that the country ain't going to be able to pay it back. And when the country can't pay back the loan, they take over key assets like the electricity grid or the gas companies or the mining or shipping. That's how they take over. So China is going to become a day where they say, screw America. We're putting everything into Africa. And it's going to be a win-win for them, because if they do that, our economy stops immediately. And we will no longer have leverage on the world stage like we currently do right now, if they were to do that. And that's what they want. We are being fattened up right now for the slaughter. It's coming. Bank of America's Hartnett warned that an aggressive Fed in 2019 could trigger a credit crunch, not just emerging markets, but in corporate America. Number two, the trade war, like this is helping. The U.S.-China confrontation will escalate on Monday when the United States imposes tariffs on $200 billion worth of Chinese goods. On the same day, China has pledged to retaliate with a tariff on $60 billion of American goods. Can somebody, this is not politics. This is finance. What in the world good is going to come out of us poking the bear at China? Yeah, we want a $200 billion tariff. When China can put their middle finger up at us and just say, we won't do business with you. Oh, but we will put tariffs on you. How is that benefiting us? I know I'm not a licensed financial advisor and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't go to school for how this stuff works. But I'm trying to see if this is to make us great, how is it doing so? Somebody smarter than me has got to explain that to me. Because I'm telling you, we are going to be hurt far more on a $60 billion tariff than they're going to be hurt on a $200 billion tariff. And it's the people who are supporting this policy that are going to be hurt the most. Flyover country. I'm not putting anybody down that lives in flyover country. But it's your economy that's going to be hurt the most. You know what's going to happen? Walmart and all the other companies are going to start raising the price on goods. They're not going to pay these extra tariffs. They're going to put that on us. We're going to pay the extra tariff when we go to the grocery store and we want to buy stuff. And all of a sudden, milk is double the price. But you guys out there want to support this policy. I just don't get it. The trade war is causing problems for Walmart, Procter & Gamble, and a host of other companies that sell products imported from China or depend on Chinese goods in their supply chains. That's everybody. Pull out something in your house right now. You're going to see made from China. Pull out all the Donald Trump stuff. You're going to see made from China. How's that helping us? Anyways, number three, Nike earnings. Nike earnings. What do Nike executives have to say about the response to their Colin Kaepernick ad campaign? We'll find out Tuesday when the company reports earnings. Nike has had a good year. U.S. sales are growing, and the stock is up 35%. Number four, Economy Watch. The U.S. government on Thursday will give the final reading on economic growth in the second quarter. The previous revision showed a strong growth rate of 4.2%. That's good. Should we be excited about that? Yeah, until the man comes knocking saying, where's my money? We got to pay off that debt. Now, what's coming this week? Pay attention to this because we are living through this. We're not watching a movie or a documentary about this like you did about what happened in the 20s. We're living this right now. So coming this week, tomorrow, U.S. imposes tariffs on $200 billion worth of Chinese goods. Mac OS Mojave launches. Tuesday, KB Home and Nike earnings, U.S. consumer confidence. On Wednesday, Bed Bath & Beyond and CarMax earnings, Federal Reserve interest rate decision, U.S. new home sales for August. Wednesday is going to be the most important day. Okay? Because if the Federal Reserve raises interest rates, that's the beginning of the end. Also, we're going to find out what's the new home sales rate right now. Is it starting? Is it booming, or is it slowing down? If the Fed raises interest rates and the home sales for August is slowing down, I would not be putting as much money in my savings account right now. I'd be stacking up on crypto. I'm saying me. I'm not saying this is what you should do. Thursday, Rite Aid, Carnival, and Accenture earnings. Final revision of U.S. second quarter GDP. And then Friday is the end of the third quarter, which leads us into the last 3 months of the year. This is why I do my New Year's resolution at the end of September. I get ready for the new year based on the last quarter of the year. The last 3 months is preparation for the new year. Most people wait till December 31st to do the New Year's resolution and say, I'm going to lose weight, get in the gym, and I'm going to make more money. There's a process to that. You got to create new habits. You can't change who you are. You know, if you want to change the things in your life, you have to change the things in your life. And that doesn't happen overnight. You have to create new habits or you're going to fall right back into it. And it takes, 21 days for a new habit to form? So if you do your New Year's resolution on December 31st, if you stick to it, your new habit isn't going to be built until the end of January. That leaves you 11 months left. If you do it now, by doing it now, you're going to sprint into the new year with your habits already in place. Anyways, that's a little inside track there. All right, good article there. I will say, do not rely. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. Neither party is going to save you. It doesn't matter if Hillary was president or Donald Trump or Barack Obama. None of that matters. What's about to happen is inevitable. You are going to have to save yourself. Stack up on that crypto. You got to save yourself. All right, last article up. Litecoin creator Charlie Lee thinks competitors are suppressing LTC price. Okay, let's see what Charlie Lee is. And this is a guy I don't have much respect for. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't have much respect for. And you guys still there? The chat box seems pretty quiet. Either I put you guys to sleep or you're hypnotized. Which one is it? So here's my problem with Charlie Lee. He's the inventor and creator of Litecoin. And what he did was in December, when Litecoin and all the crypto coins were at its height, he sold all of his Litecoin. He made a killing on it. And then he gave some BS, bogus-ass excuse as to why he did so. And his excuse is, I didn't want to have manipulate the market because I own Litecoin and I'm the founder of it. And if I say something, it's going to manipulate the market. Really? You're the only one in the world that thinks that way. It doesn't stop Jamie Dimon. It doesn't stop Vitalik Buterin. It doesn't stop the people behind Ripple. They all use that platform to market manipulate. But you're now holier than thou? How about the fact that you sold all your coins right before the entire market dropped and you knew it was about to drop? So you got rich while everybody else holding your coin suffered. Got to read between the lines here. So here is what he has to say now. He believes that competitors are suppressing LTC price. Outspoken Litecoin creator Charlie Lee went to Twitter to make a case for why he believes that competitors are suppressing the price of Litecoin. You could have helped if you held onto your coins. Opponents and those who are shorting his digital currency on September 19, 2018. But I will say I think he's right. Although it's not opponents or competitors who's suppressing it. It's the big dogs. It's the whales. It's the CME. It's the CBOE. It's market manipulation. They're the ones suppressing it. And it's not just Litecoin. So don't act like you're being singled out. It's all the coins. But let me see. He might give me some more evidence to think otherwise. Charlie Lee stated on Twitter that there has been a concerted effort by individuals and funds to push the price of LTC down as they see Litecoin as a threat. Who sees Litecoin as a threat? Let me look at CoinMarketCap. Think Litecoin is a threat, huh? Let's take a look. All right, updated 225 billion the market cap. Bitcoin is down to 51%. It was at 52% yesterday. 6,686 is flatline. The entire market seems to be flatline, although the other coins are in the green. Stellar still double digit, but look at Tether's in the red. So you know what this is telling me? Even though it's flatline, it's on the upward trend. So it might be a good time right now to buy some coins and then sit on it. If you're going to micro trade for the short term, make yourself a little bit of profit. Let it go up 2 or 3% before you sell. 8%, 10%. But Litecoin is number 7, $60 per coin. It is up 1%. So I'm looking at their chart. It's not like they've been doing very badly. Let's look at over the course of a year. Let's see. Well, it spiked up this. Well, that's all time. Let's go over the last year. So yeah, it spiked in December. This is when Charlie Lee sold all his coin. $300-something. Oh, what did I do? 1 year. Oh, I went back. There we go. So lately, it's kind of remained flat. It's not like he's really lost. A little less than $60. So I'm gonna go back to his article, see what he's talking about. In an 11-part tweet, Lee pointed out the FUD that has surrounded the Litecoin project recently and wanted to clear up these untruths. What I really think it is that Ripple got a whole lot of attention and Ethereum over the last couple of weeks, and Charlie Lee is just saying something right now to get Litecoin out there in the public. I read between the lines. I don't listen to what people say. I follow what they do, and I want to know what their motive is for speaking up now. Why now, Charlie? Your price has been flat for the last 2 months. Why are you saying something now? Well, Ripple overtook Ethereum briefly as number 2. Everybody's talking about Stellar Lumens, Cardano, Monero, Dash, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, and Ripple. Nobody's talking about Litecoin. So he is speaking on it to got to get it out there in the space. That's just my own personal opinion. You can come up with your own, but I'm just looking at what he has to say here. There's FUD that is surrounding the Litecoin project recently and wanted to clear up these untruths. What FUD? I haven't heard nothing about Litecoin. Firstly, Lee pointed out that Litecoin has not lost its edge and is still able to differentiate itself from other altcoin projects because it has one of the most secure networks of all altcoins. And that Litecoin has over 150 million or 150 mm of ASIC, 150 million of ASIC hardware protecting it. He also added Litecoin dominates script minings by far. What article? I've been doing crypto talk twice a day. Ain't nobody talking about Litecoin. Furthermore, Lee says that miners have no incentive to attack the Litecoin network because it will result in a loss of value of their ASIC hardware. Moreover, Litecoin has massive liquidity compared to other Litecoin or altcoins and is being traded on most fiat to crypto exchanges, which is vital for investors to be able to get in and out of Litecoin easily and quickly. According to Lee, Litecoin is supported by over 9 payment processors, including Alliant Payment, BTC Pay, Coinbase, CoinGate, Coin Payments, among others, which makes merchant adoption easy for the popular altcoin. There are not many other digital currencies aside from Bitcoin that can make this claim. That is true. Litecoin has worked flawlessly as sound, decentralized, censorship-resistant digital money for 7 years with daily transaction volumes of over 200 million. Then why'd you sell your coins? If it's so great, I mean, if I own a restaurant, I'm going to eat dinner in my restaurant. I'm not going to eat dinner across the street at my competitor. I mean, that's showing I have no confidence in my own product. Be a consumer of your product. You sold all your coins. Why should I listen to you? Litecoin critics have argued that Litecoin has lost its key value proposition as the cheaper and faster alternative digital currency to Bitcoin now that the Lightning Network is being implemented on the Bitcoin network. Lee responds to this point by saying, many of the Lightning Network clients and apps also support LTC because they see the value of Litecoin. With atomic swaps, LTC interoperates with BTC on the Lightning Network. Litecoin will always be the cheapest and fastest on-ramp to Lightning Network. And with solutions like submarine swaps, you can use on-chain LTC to pay for a BTC Lightning invoice. We will also have decentralized exchanges using atomic swaps. The possibilities are endless. And he's correct. I don't disagree with anything he's saying there. Lee also addresses the claim that Litecoin is only Bitcoin's test net, and because of that, it should not be worth its current market value of $3 billion. To that, he responded, even if Litecoin's only use case is a test net, you can't put an absolute value on it. Need to look at it relative to Bitcoin. Litecoin's market cap is only 3% of Bitcoin's market cap. That's not very large at all. Litecoin helped Bitcoin activate SegWit last year by proving the game theory of SegWit in practice. Bitcoin's own testnet 3 can't do it because testnet 3 coins have no value, so no incentives for malicious actors to hack it. Litecoin helps Bitcoin. That is extremely valuable, he added, and thereby suggesting that even if Litecoin were only Bitcoin's testnet, it still provides value for Bitcoin and the development of cryptocurrencies overall. I agree. Lee also refused to claim that the Litecoin project has had no development in the past 6 months. To that, he responded saying that the digital currencies developers do not work on the master branch, which is where people look. However, he provides proof that development is happening by highlighting the recent release of version 0.16.2 and 0.16.3 in the past few days. Lee concludes his tweet thread by negating the claim that he, as the digital currency's creator and biggest proponent, has stopped working on his project. I'm working on Litecoin full time and focused on Litecoin adoption. Proof. The fact that I spent time writing these 11 tweets, he wrote and added, Litecoin also has the strongest crypto community, Litecoin fam. So if Bitcoin is digital gold, Litecoin is digital silver. I have another theory to that, but let me finish reading this and I'm going to explain. Last year, Wall Streeter turned crypto investor Mike Novogratz said on CNBC's Fast Money that Litecoin is the poor man's Bitcoin. Criticism like this and many other of the alleged untruths that Charlie Lee refuted in his tweets feel unwarranted given Litecoin's impressive history in the cryptocurrency markets. Next to Bitcoin, Litecoin has managed to maintain a top spot among the most valuable cryptocurrencies since its launch in 2011. In light of the competition of this market, this is a testament to the hard work and continuous innovation by the Litecoin development team and its large community. Litecoin has done an excellent job establishing itself as the only real digital spending currency next to Bitcoin, and since recently also Bitcoin Cash, whereas other altcoins, even highly innovative ones, have so far failed to gain any notable degree of merchant adoption. Thanks to Litecoin's low fees and high transaction speeds, it has become a favorite among cryptocurrency users who use digital currencies to make payments online or to top up their cryptocurrency debit cards. Moreover, Litecoin has always managed to stay at the forefront of innovation, with its adoption of SegWit in 2017 and its cross-chain atomic swap with BTC shows. While the argument that the implementation and mass adoption of Lightning Network on the Bitcoin network may harm the utility of Litecoin as the go-to online spending currency is valid, it is unlikely that Litecoin will disappear from the top cryptocurrency network anytime soon. I agree with that, but I want to say this. Right now, because Charlie Lee's running his mouth, he's right about one thing. When he does speak, people pay attention. I expect Litecoin price to have a couple of bumps up because he's speaking on this, and he's basically reminding everybody that he's still here. You know, that's what he's doing. He's like, hey, don't forget about Litecoin. Y'all talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple, and Stellar. Don't forget about Litecoin. But look at here, though. Here's why Litecoin is part of my crypto portfolio. Everything that was just said, that's true. But here's another reason why. I personally believe that Bitcoin will only be used as a store of value. Meaning people are going to use it like gold. People are going to buy a bunch of Bitcoin and they're going to hold on to that, and they're not going to sell it, and especially in large amounts. People are not going to use Bitcoin to live off of day to day, especially when they have an alternative. They're not going to use Bitcoin to live off of day to day. There's only going to be 17 million coins. Well, there's 17 million coins in circulating supply right now, but 21 million ever. So if every single millionaire in the world wanted a Bitcoin, there's not enough to go around. Same with Bitcoin Cash. I mean, it's 1-to-1 with that, with Bitcoin. But what coin is going to be used for that day-to-day purchase? It's not going to be Ethereum. Will it be Ripple? I doubt it. It could be Bitcoin Cash. It could be EOS. It could be Litecoin. It could be Monero. But what about the case for Litecoin? Litecoin, look at the price of it right now, it's $60. 58 million in circulating supply. That means Litecoin, it could get up to $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a coin. But nobody is buying it as a store of value like they are Bitcoin. If you notice, a lot of places that say we now accept crypto payments, you see that little LTC symbol there. They're accepting Litecoin because the transaction fees are so low and it's so fast. It is lightning fast, faster than Bitcoin. So on that basis alone, I keep this in my portfolio and I will continue to steadily grow it long term. We'll see what happens. You know, they can fizzle out, but it's been around since 2011. It's still number 7 on the crypto market cap. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. All right, guys, that is it for Late Night Crypto Talk on YouTube. I hope you learned something new. As always, that is the point. I will be back tomorrow morning with Early Morning Crypto Talk, and I'm going to keep playing with this thing. And, you know, people keep saying they want me to turn the camera on, so I'm going to play with that more and make sure I get my face on here more and interact and figure out how I want to have this set up going forward. But I like this. I like the ability to share my screen because I can show you guys some stuff. I can go over white papers if need be. Anyways, see you. Oh, here's another thing. I don't have to, since YouTube's recording it, I don't have to download it from Facebook, edit it, and then re-upload it onto YouTube. I'm still a month and a half behind on videos that's not even up on YouTube. This is on YouTube immediately. All right, everybody, have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Let's get ready to close out this month of September. October, you're going to see a different Bitcoin Brandon. I'm not going to be playing. I'm not holding hands anymore. A major purge is coming. We're talking about becoming multi-millionaires, so I can't play with people. If you either you want it or you don't. So to get my time, there's going to be some things you got to be able to do. Like you better have gone through the crypto education courses before you start calling me up asking 1,000,001 questions. You want to travel to me with Malta? You got to be at a certain income class to do that. While you're traveling to Malta, you need to be at home working your business. Get your money up. Get that money right. 2019 is going to be nice. So with that, I will see you all tomorrow morning. God bless and good night. Bye-bye.